Guys, we all know by now that Ne Zha 2 has been breaking many box office records and has been hugely successful in the Chinese market. Right now, Ne Zha 2 has already grossed $1.7 billion, and the Chinese market just extended the date that Ne Zha 2 will stay in theaters to March 30th. The standard screening period in China is 30 days for all films. That's an extra month for Ne Zha 2 to continue to make money, and if it does well, they might extend it again to the end of April, since there's a Chinese holiday, Qing, which is kind of a Chinese Memorial Day in April. The $2 billion predicted gross for the movie seems almost certain now, and maybe the movie can even get to $2.5 billion, which would be breaking even more records. Ne Zha 2 is also now the highest grossing animated film of all time, and the fastest movie to make $1 billion in a single market, beating Star Wars: The Force Awakens. The success of Ne Zha 2 has become a source of national pride in China, and now there seems to be some rivalry in the Chinese social media between Ne Zha 2 and Captain America: Brave New World. It seems like the Chinese audiences want Captain America to fail in China and is laughing on social media at the poor performance of Captain America: Brave New World in the Chinese market. One phrase that has gotten popular on Chinese social media that shows this rivalry is, "I don't care if Ne Zha 2 can survive overseas, but Captain America 4 must die in China." Part of the reason for this rivalry is that Ne Zha 2 was released internationally last week and did around $10 million in the international markets, where Captain America 4 did around $92 million internationally. Many Ne Zha 2 supporters have been saying that it was not a fair comparison, since Ne Zha 2 was only released in a limited amount of theaters, I think around 700 locations, compared to Captain America's international release, which was a lot more locations, with some even suggesting that American theaters purposely didn't want to have more screenings of Ne Zha 2 and didn't want to give Ne Zha 2 a fair chance. But I don't think that's really being unfair, because Ne Zha 2 is still a subtitled Chinese movie based on Chinese mythology, and it doesn't have as much appeal to Western audiences, so it would make sense that American theaters won't be screening it in more locations. Maybe if the movie was dubbed in English, it would be more appealing to the Western audiences, and Ne Zha 2 still did pretty good given that it was just such a limited release in North America. On the other hand, Captain America: Brave New World didn't do well in China. It did around $10 million in China, which is pretty low for an MCU movie. And since the movie is called Captain America, some Chinese moviegoers have turned the rivalry into a China versus America battle at the box office, with some theaters in China reportedly choosing not to screen Captain America to show full support for Ne Zha 2. One forum poster in China wrote, "It's not Captain America that's dying, but America that's dying," arguing the film's popularity is tied to its home country's reputation. And another wrote, "In reality, the US does not have superheroes, and the US is not a peace-loving, peace-defending beacon for humanity." Ne Zha 2 fans in China have also reportedly been shaming people that have not watched Ne Zha 2 multiple times. With the movie staying in theaters longer in China, it will definitely continue to break more records. But it seems like Ne Zha 2 is turning into more about Chinese nationalism than the actual quality of the movie. What do you guys think about this rivalry between Ne Zha 2 and Captain America, and Ne Zha 2 fans wanting Captain America to die in China? Let me know in the comments. Check out my other video where I break down the box office results of both movies the past weekend.
你不想活了？我活不活无所谓，我只要你死！